Most Toyota owners are proud of one thing. I bought a Toyota. It'll run forever. And yeah, Toyotas can last a long time. But here's the part nobody talks about. Most people only change one fluid, engine oil. Meanwhile, transmission fluid gets ignored. Differential fluid never gets touched. Transfer case? What's that? Brake and power steering fluid? Mechanic will check someday. The truth is, even a Toyota will start getting noisy, rough, and expensive if you ignore the rest of its fluids long enough. In this video, we're going to walk through every major fluid on your Toyota or Lexus, what it does, when to change it, and how it fits into a full, make-it-last-forever plan. You're watching Auto Drive Tech. We don't just repeat dealership slogans, we show you how to actually keep your car alive in the real world. If you care about long-term reliability, smarter maintenance, and not getting ripped off, go ahead and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video that might save you a lot of money. Alright, let's pop the hood and talk fluids. We're going to think like this. If I want my Toyota to last 200 to 300,000 miles, which fluids do I really need to care about? We'll quickly break down engine oil and filter, coolant, transmission fluid, transfer case fluid, front and rear differential fluid, brake fluid, power steering fluid. This isn't a torque spec tutorial or a step-by-step wrench video. This is your big picture map, what each fluid does, why it matters, and when it's smart to replace it. You can take this info and either do the work yourself, or at least talk to your mechanic like someone who knows what's going on. Let's start with the obvious one. Engine oil is the blood of your engine. It keeps metal parts from grinding together, carries away heat, and traps tiny bits of dirt and wear. Most Toyota owners are pretty decent about oil changes. The problem is intervals. The car might say 8,000, 10,000, even 10,000 plus miles between changes. If you want maximum engine life, especially if you do short trips, stop and go, or live in a hot climate, aim for something more like every 4,000 to 5,000 miles with a good quality oil and filter. It's simple, it's not glamorous, but if you get this part wrong, nothing else we talk about today matters. Next up, engine coolant. Coolant does more than just keep the engine from overheating. It also helps prevent internal corrosion, scale buildup inside the radiator and engine passages, freezing in cold climates. Toyota's long-life coolants are good stuff, but long life doesn't mean change never. Over time, coolant loses its anti-corrosion additives, gets contaminated, and can't control temps as well as it used to. If you plan on keeping the vehicle, a good rule of thumb is every 5 years, or around 100,000 miles, then more frequently on older high-mileage vehicles. Fresh coolant keeps your engine, radiator, and water pump happy. Ignore it, and overheating and leaks are just a matter of time. Now, let's talk about the one fluid people love to ignore: transmission fluid. Modern Toyota transmissions are often called sealed, no dipstick, weird drain and fill setups. That doesn't mean the fluid magically lasts forever. It just means it's harder for owners to check and easier for people to forget. Transmission fluid lubricates all the gears and clutches, cools the transmission, and carries away tiny wear particles. As it ages, it gets darker, loses its ability to handle heat, can cause harsh shifts, slipping, or early wear. If you tow, drive in the city a lot, or keep your car a long time, it's smart to refresh the fluid well before it becomes a problem. For many Toyota owners, something like every 50 to 60,000 miles is a reasonable target, especially if you're planning on keeping the vehicle past 150,000. You don't have to do a crazy power flush. Even a series of simple drain and fills over time can make a big difference. If your Toyota or Lexus is four-wheel drive, you probably have a transfer case. Think of the transfer case as the brain that sends power to the front and rear axles when you need traction. Inside, it uses dedicated fluid or gear oil. Over time, just like any other fluid, it breaks down. If you tow, off-road, or use four-wheel drive in snow or rough conditions, that fluid has an even harder life. A simple drain and refill every 50 to 60,000 miles is cheap insurance against noisy operation, binding, or expensive four-wheel drive repairs down the road. Now let's move to the front and rear differentials. These are the heavy-duty gearboxes that actually deliver power to the wheels. Inside, you've got ring and pinion gears, bearings, all living in gear oil that has to handle a lot of pressure and heat. Over time, gear oil breaks down, gets contaminated with microscopic metal particles, and stops protecting as well. Change it on schedule, and your diffs will quietly mind their own business for years. Ignore it, and you'll start getting whining noises, vibration, and eventually a very expensive repair. Again, for most owners, around 50 to 60,000 miles is a solid target, especially if you tow or off-road. Brake fluid is one of the most overlooked fluids on any car. Unlike engine oil, you don't see it getting dark on a dipstick. You don't feel it wearing out until it's already a problem. Brake fluid absorbs moisture over time. That moisture lowers the boiling point of the fluid, can lead to a soft or spongy pedal under hard braking, and can cause internal rust in brake components and ABS parts. You don't want to find out your brake fluid is bad when you're coming down a mountain road with a full car. A smart move? Flush brake fluid roughly every 3 to 4 years, especially as the vehicle ages. It's not the most exciting maintenance job, but it's one of the most important for safety. Last major one, power steering fluid. If your Toyota still uses hydraulic power steering fluid helps transmit force inside the steering system, lubricates the pump and steering rack, carries away heat and wear particles. As it ages, it darkens, loses lubricating ability, can cause noise, stiffness, or pump failure. The good news? Refreshing power steering fluid is usually simple and cheap compared to replacing a pump or rack. Every once in a while, having the system bled or the fluid exchanged is a smart move, especially on older, higher mileage Toyotas and Lexus SUVs. Let's zoom out for a second. Toyota has a great reputation for reliability, but that reputation is built on cars that were maintained, not abused and ignored. If you stay on top of engine oil and filter, coolant, transmission fluid, transfer case fluid if four-wheel drive, front and rear differential fluid, brake fluid, power steering fluid, you give your Toyota a real chance at that 200 to 300,000 mile life everyone talks about. If you don't, then Toyota reliability just becomes a sticker on the hood, not something you actually experience. If you're still watching, you clearly care about your car more than most people do. So here's what you should do next. Subscribe to Auto Drive Tech so you actually understand your car instead of guessing or only hearing whatever the dealership tells you. And if you're thinking about buying a used Toyota or Lexus, watch our other videos where we break down what to check before you hand over your money. Take care of your fluids, and your Toyota will take care of you. I'll see you in the next one.